I'd like to welcome you all and thank you for attending this live broadcast. With me is Tizai Munutu, one of our agronomists here at ZFC. So we will be your hosts this afternoon. Tizai, you can greet our farmers.
Good afternoon, listeners. We are really looking forward to having an interaction, a positive interaction on this product launch that we have, the new ZFC High D 2010. Back to you, Mr. Investigator.
Thank you, Tizai. Ladies and gentlemen, we are launching this product. Today we are live and we are going to show you what happened or what transpired when we did a physical launch of the product, ZFC High D 2010 plus 6% sulfur. The launch was done on the 21st of September in Rafingora at Mupinge of Ndire Farm. And the host farmer is Mr. Ifri Paspanojga. Just a brief background on this product, ladies and gentlemen. The launch is there to give you or to broaden, your selection. So we are not saying this product, the ZFC High D 2010, is going to compete or to outcompete other products that we have. We are only, producing it and launching it to increase your choice of selection when it comes to crop nutrition. We have a farmer segment that really likes their legendary ZFC compound D7147, and we produce that product for them. We have another segment that like ZFC double D 14-20-14, we produce that product for them. Another segment like ZFC cereal blend 623-23, we are producing it for them. And this other segment like ZFC High D, which we are launching today, we are also producing the product for them. So without wasting much of your time, I'll give you a clip of the farmer, Mr. Paspanojga, who's going to take us through what really transpired on the day, or how they managed to culture their wheat crop. We did a demo on wheat at the farm that I talked about. So I'm leaving this time for you guys to watch the video of the farmer giving us his remarks.
Kutenda inokuya pano paprogram yedu nei yeku grower goros to be said the guy could be please. Oh, okay. Takamira pano isusu crop yedu yese in total winter crop is around 350 hectares. And this 350 hectares is divided between wheat and barley. So, takamira takadaro, anchanya notaura zvakawanda, but ndosira una maturire kuti vatitsanangurire kuti tisvike pakadai so takabva nekupi. End of that.
Gamuchirai mose. Ndinonzi Maturure Innocent. Takamira pano, takamirira pasi ndine ndichimhanya ndini mujibha wacho wekuzvese zvamuri kuona izvi. Saka pano tisingapedze nguva pawiti yatakamira pano iyi takashanda neZFC. Wheat iyi takaimwaya musi wa19 May. Date ratakamwaya wheat. Takamwaya tichishandisa Vicon. Tichishandisa rate 120 per hectare seed rate yedu. ZFC ndibva yatigirawo mutakunanzwa wavo weidea takamirira pano 10-20-10 tika apply neVicon zvakare. Tadaro
takatanga hedu kudiridza mbeu yedu yamuri kuonai ndobva vatigira futi top dressing top dresser neAN ipapo patop dressing hatina kukwanisa kuti tinge tichisplita minda yedu tasati tanyanya kuijaira munda kutotanga kurima munda witi gore iyo yamuri kuonai saka takamboti rega timboona kuti tikaisa kamwe chete tinobuda here kana kuti tinorasika saka takaisa 500 yese pakamwe chete yetop dressing. Variety yewiti yedu ndeye K2 inonzi Peregrine, ndo variety yewiti yatinayo.
Thanks for the video. The farm manager, Mr. Maturire, he was explicit when it comes to the variety and the fertilizer program that was used. The crop there, as you saw, was wheat. I just want to add on a few points regarding the fertilizer program for wheat, taking into consideration this product, ZFC High D 2010. For the basal, the rate that was used there was 350 kgs per hectare, and the top dressing rate was 500 kgs per hectare of ammonium nitrate. So that whole fertilizer program managed to supply 210 kgs per hectare of nitrogen, elemental nitrogen, and 70 kgs per hectare of phosphorus, which is your P2O5, as well as 35 kgs per hectare of potassium, which is a K2O. With that rate in high veld areas, we are talking of at least 7 tons per hectare, all things being equal. So it's quite a very good fertilizer program for the crop. And I think that you may need to add a few more points regarding fertilizer. You said.
Yeah, thank you for the time, Mr. Gonza. Farmers, I would like to encourage you or to say a few comments regarding what we call the 4R principle of nutrient management. Basically, this entails the right placement of fertilizers, the right type of fertilizers. You also need to have the right source, as well as applying these fertilizers at the right time. So if you are able to implement these 4R principles, you will get to understand that yields are not difficult to attain. In this case, in this farm, we are aiming at an average yield of about 7 tons and above. So when we talk of these 4 principles, basically the first one, the placement, is just to do with the fertilizer. Say the type of fertilizer that you've bought. Do you apply it as a basal? Do you apply it before or during planting? Do you apply it as a top dressing fertilizer, or you apply it as a fertilizer or as a foliar fertilizer? These are very critical elements to consider. Once you do that, the right placement is quite key when establishing a crop, because this then gives a boost to your crop as it begins to grow when it is young up to the maturity stage. Then you also need to understand the right source or the type of fertilizer that we'll be using. We've got straight fertilizers, different sources of fertilizers. So it is important, or it is of paramount importance to have an understanding of the type of fertilizer that you'll be using, because we do have different kinds of fertilizers. What you need to do is to interact with your ZFC agronomist to come to an understanding of this of the type of fertilizer that you need to be using. The third aspect is to do with the rate or the amount. Generally, this usually comes from soil analysis. We always try as much as possible to encourage our farmers to bring in their soil samples for analysis at ZFC. We offer that service. 3 different packages that we've got. You can analyze your pH only. You can analyze all these other elements, your macro elements, the nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, the secondary elements. That's your calcium, magnesium, and a few others, and also sulfur, and also the trace elements, where you'll be looking at your iron, you're looking at your copper, probably you are looking at your zinc, and many other trace elements that you can consider. So once all those are considered and put into place, We then come up with a fertilizer program to say you can use this product to be able to achieve a certain tonnage of yield based on crop removal rates. This is what we do at ZFC Limited. So that brings us to the fourth point, which is basically the time at which you will be placing your fertilizer. It is quite key. Continuous interactions with your ZFC agronomist would be of also paramount importance to be able to understand how best to use these fertilizers. It is good that we have a detailed presentation from Mr. Gonzo as to the product attributes of the ZFC High D, the 10-20-10 plus 6% of sulfur that we are launching today virtually. Over to you, Mr. Gonzo.
Thank you, Mr. Munutu. Mabata nyaya yakakosha soil analysis. I think as ZFC we continue to emphasize and re-emphasize the issue of soil analysis. Yes, kuti farmers to make right decisions when it comes to crop nutrition. Anyway, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I now want to take this time to give you the product attributes of ZFC High D 10-20-10. What is really this product and how did it come about? ZFC High D 10-20-10 is a high analysis granulated product, and for your own information, it is the only high analysis product that is granulated which is on the market. Yeah, all the other products, the high analysis products that are on the market are not granulated. So what are the advantages of a high analysis fertilizer, or what is it? What is a high analysis fertilizer? A high analysis fertilizer, we are simply saying that it has got a high nutrient concentration as compared to our ordinary fertilizers. Our ordinary compound D 7-14-7. This one is a high analysis because it's 10-20-10, which means it's giving you 30% more in terms of nutrients when you compare a bag to bag with the compound D 7-14-7. So it's more concentrated. So what are the advantages of a product that has got high nutrient content, that has got high nutrient concentration? We are saying cost per nutrient becomes cheaper because you are supplying less per unit area as compared to your normal D. And we are also saying you save on money, on transportation costs, because you'll be transporting less fertilizer when compared to your normal D. Then there's also reduced the handling costs. It's a value, it's a saving that farmers will get. Then there's also an issue of reduced, storage space. So those are the advantages of a high analysis fertilizers. You see, so I'll also attack from a different angle. What is it? What is a granulated product, and what are the advantages of a granulated product? When we are saying a granulated product, we are talking of products like your legendary ZFC compound D, the one that made Zimbabwe become the breadbasket of Southern Africa. Yeah, people were using the legendary ZFC compound D. It's granulated. So this ZFC High D is the same as ZFC compound D, the legendary. It's only that the difference is that this one is high analysis. So what are the advantages of a granulated product? We are saying there's homogeneous, there's homogeneity in terms of the granule. So which means each and every granule contains the same amount of nutrients. You see, so the granules are homogeneous, which means nutrient distribution in your field is even, and the spread and the distribution is quite superior when you compare it with other with other products. One other advantage of this product is that the granule is quite durable and high in strength. You see, when your granule is durable, it means you can you can keep the product for quite a long period of time. If the granule is durable, it means there is no what we may term differential segregation or separation that may take place when you are working with the product, when you are transporting the product, or when you are applying the product. The granule maintains its, its integrity, and it's durable. It's one other advantage of a granulated product. Then we are saying this product is also very low in dust. You can apply the product anyhow. You may come with a Vicon spreader and apply the product. You can put it in a planter. You can apply it using your hands. You won't lose the product in dust. Yes, so people will be losing their nutrients. Kind of fertilizer under dust.
True.
So with this one, it's very low in dust, which means you are applying all the nutrients that you would have bought. So it's a very good fertilizer that plays a major role in your value chains, and it creates a lot of value in your businesses. So if the product is low in dust, it has got a high spreading properties, because it will be free flowing as well.
Yeah.
So there are many advantages that come with this product. It's high analysis, meaning you are saving. It's granulated, meaning you are benefiting from the attributes, from the qualities that come with a granulated product. Mr. Mtu.
Thank you for the insightful presentation, Mr. Gonzo. But ndofunga tese tanisa kunzwira about the product attributes, the new ZFC High D 2010. We've got some important points to take note of, the value that we get out of the product, and it is best that we take this product up. Timboitry tizame minda kuti tikange tamboisa zvinenge zvizimbafamba sei kana tichinge tadzigara tichishandisa the new ZFC High D 2010 plus 6% sulfur. For now, we can have words from our marketing executive, Mr. Chamuka. We'll be playing a video again from the field, but he pay a few of the words that he has to say regarding the 2010 ZFC High D.
The concept of 2010, we can say it's a new product, yes, but to me, I would say we are basically relaunching it. We have done so much of this product into Zambia. That's the compound D of Zambia, Baba. That's what they call compound D. We say 714.7. So it's not really a new product, but we are really launching. We are like launching it, not necessarily to compete with the other NPK products that we all know, like the cereal blend, the double D, and the compound D. We love those products; they are good. But I think at this level, at commercial farming level, we need to appreciate the issue of nutrients and what we are putting in there and what we are going to get out of the field. Remember, you can have a very good crop, but you can still get a loss out of this crop. So I think the issue of what we are putting in and what we expect to get out of the crop. So in terms of innovation, there are issues to do with the zinc that we will also look into and incorporate. Zinc is actually critical. Even when we go to WHO, they say all fertilizers going forward, you should adopt my nutrients, because they also impact into people. We need zinc, and it's COVID. So it also goes from the crop from the fertilizers and everything. We are proud also to have very sharp guys. They are all over the country. We recently closed our depot, Repa Bangate, I think for some we used to benefit there, but it was a business decision. We didn't really say we are out of the area. We are still reconsidering coming to reopen, but we have shifted to Chinhoyi for now. But I think Mr. Chimodzi can still be of great help. It's just a phone call away. I think with those few words, I'm very happy to, I'm just the team leader for the ZFC team today. So I'm really happy for the interaction that we have. And I think we'll continue to bring various other products, various other trials, demos, and whatever you think you feel like. So let's have an interactive kind of process. Whenever you want us here, please bring us here.
Thank you, Mr. Chamuka, for those words. I'm sure our listeners will get something that we grasped from his presentation. Let me leave this time to Mr. Gonzo, probably to say a few other words.
Okay, thank you, Zizai. Ladies and gentlemen, we work with a number of stakeholders in the industry, and we were happy that representatives from our parent ministry, which is the Ministry of Lands, Agriculture, Fisheries, Water and Rural Development. We had an opportunity to interact with the provincial agronomist for Mashonaland East, Mrs. Makaza, who also had some time to give us a few words from the ministry. So we will hear from Mrs. Makaza.
Tinongoda kuti kana tichinge tiita semagungano akaita seaya tinoitirwa nemastakeholders eZFC achitiudza manyu innovation, achitiudza marimiro atingaite, tingopota tichiuya neuwandu hwedu sekuya kwataita kudai so. ZFC ishamwari dzedu mukurima, vanotiunzira machemicals, vanotiunzira mafertilizer, iye zvinovaunza a new product ine all the advantages dzanga dzichitaurwa. Ishuwiro yedu isusu varimisi kuti munge muchitevedzera kana kuti munge muchiendawo kune zvinenge zvichiitika panguva iyoyo, uchingomhanyawo nezviri kuita se nezviri kuitika. Hanzi aite disintegrate, inochengetedzeka zvakanaka, inokupa manutrients akawanda iri pamabhegi mashoma. Handiti tongomhanyawo nezvinenge zvichiitika panguva iyoyo. PaZFC again tongoda kuti tivatende nokuti even muno Marsh West vane madepots akawanda kwese from Karoi kupi Kadoma Sanyati kupi vanowanika mudhuze. Handiti we can buy online but vanowanika nekukurumidza. Muchinhu totoziva about 3 or 4 mastokis emaZFC products. Tinenge chingotarisira kuti varimi moendawo ikoko monotenga mafertilizers amunenge muchinyatsoziva. Saka varimi tinongoramba tichikutendai kuti murambe muchiuya kumagungano akaita saiwaya. Ndinofara kuti vemuzvimba munogara muchiita magungano akaita saiwa nemadifferent stakeholders, muchiuya neuwandu hwenyu muchidzidza. Isusu redu basa nderekudzidzisa varimi tichibatsirwa nemastakeholders, saka ngatirambe tichiuya. Then chimwe chechipiri, seMinistry of Agriculture tine maproducts maprograms atiri kumhanya nawo. Mamwe acho tinosapotwa naye vana ZFC ecommand yakunzi NIAPS iko zvino tofunga maakuiziya kuvarimi vakura, the National Enhanced Agricultural Productivity Strategy. Handiti ZFC is one of our suppliers vemafertilizers. Handiti ende chimwe chanakira program ndeyekuti ZFC isusu murimi wekomanda akauya akati ini ndiri kuda fertilizer yakati, ndaita soil analysis yangu ndikuda 10-20-10 at this rate. Command program yaane mukana wokupai zvamuri kuda according to your soil analysis. Saka tiri kukurudzira kuti endai munotoresa mavhu enyu analysis moona kuti muri kuda 10-20-10 yakadini, kana muchiri kuda the normal compound D yatagara tinayo iyoyo muri kuda yakawanda sei. Saka with your soil analysis results you can get the product that you want at any rate that you want. Saka program iyoyo iriko.
Mashoko makukutu abva kuna Mai Makaza vabatawo nyaya yesoil analysis iya yatambotaura, inove nyaya yakakosha inoita kuti mafamasi edu akwanise kuzova nemayuzi ari pamusoro. Once again, I would like to thank Mrs. Makaza. She also highlighted the fact that ZFC has got a very wide distribution channel, and as ZFC we try to be as close to the customer as possible and to bring that convenience to our farmers. We have since launched 2 online stores. My farmers can buy their inputs wherever they will be, in the comfort of their homes, in the comfort of their cars, in the comfort of their fields. So I'll leave this time to our online stores controller to give us a few words.
We are proud to announce to you that we have online stores where you can sit in the comfort of your home or sit in the comfort of the field and buy your inputs online. You can buy in US dollars or you can even buy in RTGS. We made it more convenient for the farmer. So if you want to buy in US dollars, you just go on your website, on your internet, and you type in www.zfcstore.com. Then for RTGS payments, you navigate to www.zfcstore.co.zw. You can also give us a call. You can call us on 0782 403 720. The phone number is available on this pamphlet, so you can just refer to the pamphlet. We'll help you in all ways possible. So no need to worry anymore. You just buy your products online and you can collect from your nearest depot. So there is no need to worry. Kana uri ku Bulawayo, you can go collect from our ZFC Bulawayo branch. If you are in Mashingo, you can go and collect from our ZFC Mashingo branch.
Thank you very much. Praise Kutsirai, we've heard it all. Praise achikurukura nenhau ZFC online store. Hazvina kuoma kutenga tichishandisa chitoro chemaisai. Tikangoenda ipapo masteps kana kuti madanho acho tinge tichitedzera munozoona kuti akareruka, and it is very easy for us to get our products from the ZFC online store. The sole purpose yekutinge tichita zvese is just to bring convenience to the farmer. Zvinhu zvinge zvakareruka. Let's try as much as possible to utilize this platform kuitira kuti zvitirerukire to place our orders, as well as munoona kuti in terms of convenience kana takapress, or if you are hard pressed with time, tikashandisa online store, it will be of easy to everyone. Anenge achizoshandisa, you collect your products right at the depot, or they have to be consolidated, and it will be much easier. So now is the time yekuti move on to the question and answer segment. Right, and what we want to have an interactive session with you farmers. Mubvunze yenyu tinge tichinyatsonzwisisa kuti munzwisise kuti the ZFC High D and also all other ZFC services that we offer as ZFC, be it Zima fertilizers or chemicals, anything that is related to ZFC, please feel free to ask, and let's interact. Kunyanya mibvunzo yakanangana ne the new ZFC High D. So the first question that we've seen from the platform, the price for the ZFC High D 10-2010. 50 kg bag is going for 4,510 Zimbabwean dollars, kana kuti 51 USD for a 50 kg bag. So that is the price.
Maybe yeah. I can add one prices. I'd like our farmers to appreciate the volatility that is happening in the market. It's actually affecting the whole supply chain, even from the suppliers of our raw material. So the whole supply chain in terms of pricing, which also affect the value chain of production of our products. But I'd like to assure our farmers that I think stability is coming, and it's the whole issue of volatility is affecting even the prices of other products. Yeah.
The other question that we got is on the price of the soil analysis packages. Kana mchinge mchida kuunza ivhu kuti muongorore ku ZFC prices edu, munoona sekuti pH tirangoziva the levels of acidity or alkalinity of the soil. It's going for 423 Zimbabwean dollars or 4 USD. That is for the pH only. But when you now want to look at the pH, total some the major elements and the trace elements, what we essentially call the basic package, it equates at $25 or $3,134.86 in the local currency. But on top of that, so tata pH total basic package, then to the premium package, you realize that on top of what you have offered on the basic package, we have offered more trace elements. The number of trace elements is now increased. As well, there are manganese and iron, but it also on the nitrogen aspect, you realize that putting two markings, a nitrogen, the incubated one, as well as the initial nitrogen. zvese izvozvo zvine bearing on the way we would then recommend you farmers to as to which product you would want to select kuti mushandise mumunda, and also based on the crop that you would want to do. So we marry the results of the soil analysis to what you would want to achieve from your field.
Another question is what is the difference between normal D and high D? What is the difference between normal D and high D? It's a very critical question, which I've touched when I did my presentation. The major difference there is the nutrient concentration. You realize that high D is a bit more concentrated when compared to normal D, because it's 10-20-10 in terms of NPK, whereas normal D is 7-14-7. But both products are granulated. So we are saying high D is almost similar to the legendary compound D 14-7, but the only difference that is there is the nutritional concentration between the products. Yeah.
Now the other question that we've got is how many bags of high D do we require per hectare of maize? From the presentation, it was said that we need to do soil analysis. That is a basic function or a basic requirement for every farmer that wishes to get value or to make profits out of their farming enterprise. So soil analysis is key. Then we also work on the target yield. Toda kusvika pa 8 tons, toda kusvika pa 10 tons, toda kusvika pa. Saka izvozvo zvinozotibatsira kuti zive kuti how much of nitrogen or phosphorus or potassium or zinc or sulfur do we need to apply to the crop for us to reach to that target yield, the intended yield. You would also realize kuti kune nhau dzema variety potential, kuti variety yetirumborima inokwanisa here, can we really stretch it to its potential, or we want a 5-ton maize variety to give us 10 tons. So you also realize kuti zvinodzoka paya pakuti patinenge tichiita sarudzo yembeu yedu tiri kusarudza here tichiziva kuti tinosarudza mbeu inotisvitsira payield ipi, uyezve tiri kuirimira kunzvimbo yakaita sei. Pane nhau dzekuti mvura kunaya this season, we anticipate kuti tinenge tichine mvura yakanaka, asi imwe mwaka munozoona kuti mvura inokwanisa kunge iri shoma. Izvozvo zvinofara kuti zvibatsire murimi pakuita choice yevariety yaanokwanisa kuita achieve within a certain time frame panguva diki yekuti anokwanisa kunge aine mvura. Saka munozoona kuti nyaya yepreparedness inoramba yachidzoka zvakare, kuti tikagara tarongeka tatenga mainputs edu izvozvi mvura yasati yanaya. Panguva yekuti mvura yatanga kunaya, the first effective rains, where we are saying we've received 30 millimeters of rain, the rainfall amount that is effective to cause germination. Mbeu yomera, we come in with our pre-emergence herbicides right on time, masora asati amera, wekuti crop yedu ichiri very tender, inofara kukura in a weed-free environment, munda uchiri wakachena. Ipapo, all those factors they then come into play as to determining the yield that you can get, as to determining the quantities of fertilizers that you need to apply to achieve a certain target yield.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mnutu, for tackling that question. There's one customer who is saying ZFC has no representation in Mangura, and I would like to say we have taken note. Yes, indeed, Mangura is a very high potential area. So we have taken note kuti farmers edu kumangura vakwanise kuwana product yavo pachena. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ndofunga futhi to add on to that, what we have done as ZFC, we've tried to have as many agronomists as possible representing ZFC in the country. You realize that in each province tikuna agronomists akamirira to serve farmers in that particular area. Their duty is basically just to come to your farms, tichitoonesana kuti chimbuyu chinombonzi chiipo, apa munoda kuisa mushonga upi, munoda fertilizer ipi. All that is done for free. We offer that service to the ZFC customer. So we are here to share all the contact details for our agronomists. The season is at hand. Tinoda kuti tinge tichizobatsirana tikwanise kunge tichiwana that free service tikwanise kuwana goho rakakura kunzvimbo dzatiri dzatinenge tichirimira.
Yes. I think let's go back to the field and hear from our technical services and product support manager, Mrs. Tafika, who gave a vote of thanks before we conclude our meeting today.
Takuda kufamba tichipa hedu vote of thanks yedu. Chekutanga tingada kutenda Vapasi, host farmer wedu. Vapasi is a farmer that we've worked with for some time now. This is not the first time we've had a function at his place. Tinoda kuvatenda because he trusted us enough to allow us to come here kuti tizoita demo redu to enable this launch that we're having today. He trusted us to the extent yekuti vakaziva kuti aiwa ZFC izita rinofambika naro, vakaziva kuti product yedu ikashanda panapa, that will not compromise his yield. So we want to thank you, Mr. Pasi, for the continuous support. I also like to thank my stakeholders, Edu, Ati Visitira from Ministry of Industry, as well as from the Agritechs. We continuously work together, we continuously collaborate. We want to thank you for being present here. Muchuya mchiti supporter as we're launching this excellent product here. Trukuda kuti tipinze mu market medu. I would also like to thank the ZFC team. You know, function launch patakatanga kuuya tichizojigara witi because of COVID, we didn't know what was going to happen. We didn't know kuti tichaungana pano. So thinking yedu yanga yave yekuti no, we have to do something because this is a new product ya trukuita. Whether we're going to go and launch it virtually or going to launch it in the field, we still had to do something because this is our baby. And trukuda kuti ipinde mu market takaiperekedza. Varimi vanyatsoziva nezvayo. So the original plan had actually been to have a virtual launch. Asi toziva varimi vedu vakawanda vari panapa vamwe virtual tisati takuda kunyanyoita. Toda kukurudzirai because ZFC from time to time we have ma Zoom trainings edu where we try and impart knowledge on ma crops akasiyana siyana. We continuously try to put that information out there because we haven't been able to do that as much as we would want to because of my issues with COVID. So as an alternative route, we have been trying kuti tiite ma Zoom trainings edu iwaya. So I would also encourage you farmers kuti mukangozoona zvima, I'm sure vachimudzi ma reps edu ese ane ma WhatsApp group avo. We post this information. So please join, it will bring value to you as farmers and you will surely benefit because munonobata one or two things. Certainly, I can guarantee you, ZFC always has something new cooking. Saka by attending my trainings, you also get to learn some of the new things which are happening. And even Shagara Shurukuitika, maybe panenge one or two things, you get to learn something from there. So, tinoda kutenda ZFC team because ma-COVID restrictions edu akarelaxwa manje. Saka takazomanya kubatirana kuti mwari kubatanapo so that this function could actually be a success. So thank you so much ZFC team nekushanda tese kuti tiite this thing a success. Last but not least, varimi vedu tinotenda mauya, you've taken out the time from your busy schedules. You could be doing something else but you chose to be here. And we appreciate that because as one speaker said earlier on, kubudirira kwenyu ndo kubudirira kwedu. If you're not there, ZFC cannot be in existence. So we really appreciate you for taking out the time and coming to join us on this very important occasion because ZFC as the ZFC family to launch this very new product. Rambai muchitarisa ticharamba tichingokuvigirai tumwe tunyuwani tudobi because as I said, we are here to bring you value. That is why we are here. So feel free, continuously interact with us. Mamwe ma innovation I think ameno atanga kutaura ndofunga ambo mentiona kuti product iyi takaigadzira via my interactions from the farmers because isusu hatingogadziri chinhu tiri kuda kunoadressa a problem iripo. That's the only way we can bring value to the farmer. Saka isusu through my interactions iwayo rambai mchitudza ma problems enyu, rambai mchichema kwatiri because we're here to serve you and we're here kuti tirambe tichikugadzirirai izvozvo zvinoita kuti gohwo renyu riuye at a lower cost, murimi arambe achibudirira, Zimbabwe irambe ichibudirira and ZFC ultimately inobva yabudirira.
Powerful words from Mrs. Chapika there. One last minute question yabva yauya kuti ndinogona kushandisa High D muchibage. very important question, because takaita demo redu pawheat and they were only talking about wheat. Yeah, so it's a very important question. High D inopinda muchibage. Zvadataura kuti high D mukoma we D. Saka pese paishanda D kana kuti panoshanda D yatajaira the legendary compound D. High D inoshanda muchibage, inopinda mumapfunde, inopinda mumhunga, inopinda musugar beans, inopinda. Pese panopinda D, high D inoshanda. Asi kuti munenge moisa shoma pane yamaimboisa kana muchishandisa the legendary normal D. Yes. And like we said, it's an innovation yakauya. It's the only high analysis product on the market that is granulated. So we are saying you are free farmers to come and try the product, and takatoi distribution network yedu mukasvikako munoiwana product iyoyo muishandise this summer. Munoona kuti value chains enyu anoitawo zvakanaka, munokwanisa create value, muchisevawo mari pamarimiro amunenge muchiita. Program yedu yava kuda kutopera. I think I'll leave this time to Mr. Munutu to share some of the contact details ekuti farmers vanogona kutibata sei seZFC.
All right, thank you, Mr. Gonzo. Like I said before, kuti ZFC tinoita kumirira as much as possible kuti tinge tichipanana rubatsiro kunzvimbo dzakasiyana siyana. So tiri pama social media mazhinji, Facebook, Twitter, takanzi at ZFC Limited. That's where you get the official information that we share, says ZFC Limited, on those social media platforms. Twitter zvakare, the ZFC WhatsApp number, it's 0782 403 720. Ndo idzokora zvakare, the ZFC WhatsApp number 0782 403 720. We have the wide distribution network like we have said. So dzimweni dzinonga munenge munzwisisa kuti depot tracking inorelocate sei, munowana sei products eZFC. Feel free to get in touch with us from number iwayo. Vangada kufona probably you can call us on 086 775 3882 086 775 3882. The same number is there on the tier 1 numbers 0242 753 882 up to 8. You can also visit the ZFC website, www.zfc.co.zw. Thank you so much, farmers. Thank you so much, listeners, for committing your time. Kuti munge mchizonzwa with the new product here, ZFC High D 2010. We really wish to be interacting more in the field. We really wish to be interacting more. Petinenge takuparura mamwe products matsva atiri kuzama kutinge tichigadzira, all for the purposes dzekutinge tichimprove my yields and also bringing convenience to you. We thank you.
Thank you.